So we're going to try and cut out a character in Adobe Fireworks. We're going to go with Astrid from How to Train Your Dragon for no other reason than she was the first picture that I found when I looked in my folder of pictures to use. And so there's a couple of ways of doing it in Fireworks, and we're going to have a look at both of them kind of in the same video to sort of save time. So the first one is Magic Wand. Now you'll notice that what I've done is I've loaded her in, I've put her on top of this background, and I've sort of flattened, merged down or flattened the layers so they become one layer, which means I can no longer edit those two layers individually, unless I undo it, obviously. So the first thing we're going to do is try the Magic Wand. And the Magic Wand tool is good for blocks of very, very similar colour, but not so good for detailed areas. So for example, if I click into the sky, you can see it's selected quite a large amount of the sky because it's all roughly the same colour and it's all very close to each other. And if I press delete, it will delete a whole big chunk, and that's really good. But if I then try the trees behind her and I press delete, you'll see that it's a much more mixed result. There's little tiny bits all around the place that are very slightly different colours. If I click on the selection tool and click outside the picture just to get back to having a look at it, you can see it's not perfect. And I can sort of highlight whole big chunks and press delete that way. But again, there's still all this stuff around, like in between her arm there. If I go back into Magic Wand and click into it, it'll delete a bit of it, and then back into selection and outside the picture. But again, there's still little tiny traces everywhere. So it's not the best tool in a picture of this kind. So the alternative is to look at the lasso tool, which I will put in a separate video called Lasso Tool.